efficiency. We will also look at the energy consumption chart for the United States, and we'll look at what has been consumed over the past few years, and then we'll talk about the three types of non-renewable sources and what concerns we have, such as natural gas, shale gas, and oil. Then we'll talk about why you should conserve energy, and last we have energy efficiency tips. Okay, what's going on? Some of you may know that the consumption in the United States increases every year, such as water. We consume more and more water each year. Due to health reasons, it's a health benefit if we drink a lot of water. And also, energy-wise, it doubles every year because the population increases, and there's a demand for more energy sources. So in this chart, there's a comparison of 3 years, 2012 and 14, on what energy consumption was consumed. There's some renewable energy and non-renewable, which is a good and bad thing. The good thing is that we're using some renewable energy, but it's just a small consumption amount compared to the large consumptions which are non-renewable. You have, for example, coal is the largest consumption overall. Natural gas, nuclear electric power, hydroelectric power, and then the small consumptions are renewable, which is geothermal, for example, solar, wind, and biomass. So we need to make a change with this consumption, and what we can do is reduce the amount of consumption we're using for the non-renewable, because we can't do anything once it's burned and used. And then what we can increase the renewable energy. And this can be very easy because the renewable are natural resources, such as sun, for example, wind. So this source was collected from the U.S. Energy Information Administration. Okay, natural gas. We previously looked at a chart and seen that natural gas was on the chart, and it was consumed on one of the largest consumptions for energy. And it's also considered as non-renewable, which is not too good. And one thing about natural gas is their methane. Methane is a main component of that, and it acts as a greenhouse, which can lead to global warming when released in the atmosphere. There's also emissions of toxin and smog-forming pollutants such as benzene, which is known as a carcinogen. This can lead to health problems like asthma, cancer, and long-term lung damage in people who live nearby. When natural gas is vented or leaks from wells and pipelines uncombusted, it is a powerful greenhouse gas. So this can be an issue, and there are some risks with natural gas. Shale gas. Shale applies hydraulic fracturing of the rocks, and hydraulic fracturing has been linked to many things, such as high demand for fresh water, production of large amounts of wastewater, induced seismicity, greenhouse gas emissions, and groundwater contamination. So we want to lower the usage of shale gas as well, because this is non-renewable. Oil. Many of you know that oil leaks may not be a good idea because it results in environmental disaster, it kills the wildlife, the fishes in the sea. Also, it would take many years to clean up. Oil is also costly. That's why sometimes you see there's a low demand and oil prices increase. It's also dangerous to transport. Burning oil releases greenhouse gases as well, which contributes to global warming. It pollutes the environment by releasing carbon dioxide and other toxics. This is also a non-renewable source, so eventually it will run out. Okay, we looked at the energy consumption chart for the United States, and we compared the 3 years. Also, we looked at some of the three non-renewable energy sources and what concerns we have with them. If you're still wondering why you should conserve energy, here's why. For one, it saves you a lot of money. The average U.S. household spends roughly $5,000 a year on energy, and buying energy efficiency appliances or products will help you save hundreds of dollars a year. And then it also improves the economy. The economy would have less to spend if we conserve energy. Energy efficiency is saving the government, the citizens, and businesses more than $500 billion a year in avoided energy costs. It also creates a lot of jobs. It's also good for the environment. As I mentioned before, the more we save, the less pollutants in the air, less greenhouse gases, and we breathe less of those toxins. So there will be a clean energy home. Fourth one, conserve fossil fuels. We mentioned that these fossil fuels are non-renewable, so we'll eventually run out of them. We could save them for the future if they're conserved, such as the other non-renewable sources as well. And they release harmful gases, which is not good for the air to breathe or the plants. And last, it will protect the health. The less toxins that we breathe, less likely to have health problems such as asthma, cancer that was mentioned before in the previous slide, and lung damage. Okay, we looked at the energy consumption chart over the past few years, the three types of non-renewable and their issues and concern. Why should we conserve energy? So now we'll look at energy efficiency tips. There's much more tips that's out there, but I'm just going to name a few. One, wash clothes in cold water. You want to wash it in cold whenever possible, because if you use warm or hot water, you're using more energy to heat those things up. It also can save you tons of money a year. Installing a programmable thermostat saves you a percentage on cooling and heating costs. Close your blinds on a sunny day to prevent the heat from coming in, and then you open it on a winter day to bring the warmness in when it's sunny and cold outside. Also, switching to fluorescent light bulbs and looking out for Energy Star labels. There's a lot of electronics and devices that you can buy that are Energy Star labels. Also appliances. You can buy washer and dryers, laptop, flat screen TVs, and much more. Also using low flow faucets and shower heads, changing or cleaning your filters regularly, because a dirty furnace or AC filter will slow down the airflow and make the system harder to work or keep you warm. Also will just keep the energy going since it's taken a long time. Also, reducing your water heater temperature to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. It saves you money as well on heating water. And then also seal air leaks, and properly insulate. And last, recycle. The more you recycle, the less new things you have to make. And if we just keep making new things, we have to use a lot of energy to make those new things. But if we recycle, there's less work to do and more energy that we can conserve. Thank you for listening to this.